I guess we're going to be seeing a little bit more of the Miami Dolphins. What is up, Finn fans? Got a little news and notes. Obviously, you can tell by the title. So I'm going to jump into what the title's about, and then I'm going to get to little tidbits here and there. But the Miami Dolphins are going to be on Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks in season with the Miami Dolphins. They were picked. Now, this is different than training camp with the Miami Dolphins, because training camp, there was certain stipulations. Couldn't be a first-time coach. Couldn't have made the playoffs, yada, yada. And that's why the Dolphins weren't in training camp with the Miami Dolphins. But now in season is different. I think last year it was the Cardinals. I think first year was the Colts, then it was the Cardinals, now it's the Miami Dolphins. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on that, right? It doesn't worry me. I like the aspect of getting to see a little bit more, especially during the season. You know, in the off season and training camp, you only got like 4 or 5 weeks of it. Now we're getting a good portion, probably all the way up till the end of the season, on what's going on with the Dolphins behind the scenes, which is really cool to see. You get to see a little bit more mic'd up stuff. You get to see in-game stuff. Really cool to see. Now, does it make me nervous because of any type of jinx or anything? A little bit. But this team needs to get themselves together and can't really rely on outside noise. Now, you saw what happened last night. We saw how they played last night. To me, the offense let the team down. The Cotton false start, the drop from Tyreek Hill, those are 14 points right there. We lost by 14. We were in that game last night. The defense played much better than I expected. It was a game that the Dolphins could have won. Should they have won? Nah. You saw the mistakes that they made. And again, like I said, against good teams, and I've said this time and time again, no mistakes. And we made mistakes. Same thing like the Buffalo game with the bad snaps and, all these little things happening. No mistakes. So it's going to be cool to see in-season Hard Knocks with the Miami Dolphins. I know some of you guys don't like it. Like if I scroll down and read some of the comment section, some like it, the best team in football, and some people say, and there goes the season, we're done, hope not, oh boy, no. Some people are excited, that can't be good for a team trying to focus, yada, yada, all that stuff. Now, Mike McDaniel said that they'll probably start filming after the Germany trip, so bye week is probably when they'll start for that stretch, when we get our team back, we get our healthy team back. So it's going to be interesting. Nothing you can do about it now, except for sit back, watch, and enjoy, and hopefully they continue to do their thing. But speaking of getting our healthy team back, I got a little bit of an update on that aspect. Isaiah Wynn has a quad injury. If you go back and watch the game yesterday, he got stepped on. It's a weeks situation, so we probably won't be getting him back till the Raiders game. You have Javon Holland is now in concussion protocol. He did go back in the game, but he had concussion symptoms today, kind of like the whole situation with Tua and the Packers. Hopefully it's not a bad concussion. Hopefully we do get him back for Sunday's game against the Patriots. If not, you'll probably see Elliott and Brandon Jones back there. Jalen Waddle went back in the game, and what I'm hearing is we could probably expect him to practice tomorrow, and probably not that serious of an injury for Jalen Waddle. And then the biggest news is Jalen Ramsey. He's getting more defensive reps. They're non-committal on if he will play this Sunday. I wouldn't. I'd wait. Like the earliest I'd play him is the Chiefs game. But if I had to choose, I'm waiting until the Raiders game. That's home game. Big hoopla, big, extravaganza. You have the defense come out of the tunnel, and you have Jalen Ramsey returning for that Raiders game. I don't know how X's groin is doing. Pause on that. But him and Connor Williams, will they play Sunday? Hopefully they do. We have to win these next 2 games. We got to make a statement and win these next 2 games. But on an injury standpoint, you get everyone back healthy for that Raiders game. Ramsey, Needham, Williams, Armstead, Achan, X, fully healthy and back. Isaiah Wynn now. That's when you need him back. That's the tear you go on. So it's going to be very interesting. But to hear that Ramsey's going to start, taking defensive reps, but it's great. I saw, if you go on my Twitter, I posted a video of him yelling back at Eagles fans, and he was getting into it. And he's getting jonesing. He wants to play out there. Last thing I'm going to talk about, again, this is going to be a short video. I just kind of want to give you guys my thoughts and updates on what happened today. Mike McDaniel said he told the team before the Eagles game that if they won, the narrative would be they're the best team. They're the best team. And if we lose, the narrative is we can't beat good teams. His point is the Dolphins won. His point is if the Dolphins won on Sunday night, I don't want a false sense of security. And if they lost, he didn't want them to make more of it than it is. McDaniel added, I know the narrative is there. It will be there until we beat a team with a really good record. Of course, it is what it is. The Dolphins put up a fight, but they couldn't get the win against the Eagles. And against the Buffalo Bills, we put up a fight, but in the second half, we just completely faltered. I noticed, and again, you can call me a homer. You can say I'm wearing rose-colored glasses, whatever. That Bills game was a butt-whooping. This Eagles game was better. They're getting better. Again, going into the fourth quarter down by a touchdown on their 24, had a chance. Even with the refs, even with the injuries, even with the drops, even with the penalties, we still had a chance in this game. With all of the stuff stacked against Miami, facing a very good Eagles team, we still had a chance in the fourth quarter. That is promising. I still would want the win. It's, it's not saying, hey, you can wear that in your hat. No. But it's better. You're getting better. Now you got to face, the Patriots coming off a win, and then you got to face the Chiefs with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes going off. Really big test. Got to win the next two games. Worst case, win one of the next two games. Go into the bye 6-3. But I wanted to give you guys that update on the Hard Knocks, the injuries, Ramsey, and what Mike McDaniel had to say. He even kind of made a slight little remark about, the interception. He would have liked Raheem Mostert to have the chance to get back to the ball. That's what he said. So he knows about the refs, but it's a moot point because the game's over. You can't change it. And so many teams in the NFL, the Browns, with the Colts, they had to deal with that. The Jets against the Chiefs, the Giants against the Bills. So many teams are dealing with bad officiating. It is what it is. Time to move on. You will get your film breakdown tomorrow. Again, I'm not going over too much of it, just little things that the good and the bad that I liked. And then we have the picks. Thursday, I'm giving you my trade deadline. Players to look for at the trade deadline. Friday, preview. Sunday, 1 o'clock. Dolphins, Patriots. My father will be here. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. Our friends out.